If you've been a Nintendo fan for any amount of time since 1998, you know that Star Fox 64 needs a real sequel. Not an adventure game, not an HD remake, a real sequel. And you know what? It wouldn't take all that much to make a great one. Since E3 is just around the corner and the new Star Fox game's about to be unveiled, I thought it'd be time to talk about my 5 ways to make a great Star Fox 64 sequel. Number 1, even more options. Firstly, I think the number of branching paths can be extended within the game, as well as inside of the levels themselves. Maybe instead of just an A and B path, there's a C, D, and even E path, depending on allies surviving, doing pretty smooth flying, the outcomes of certain dogfights, timed events, enemies killed, whatever. Number 2, make the kill count matter. We're no longer playing games in arcades, so obviously a high score and live system doesn't necessarily mean that much anymore. One potential way to keep the player invested in how many kills they rack up would be to make the enemies killed count as a kind of currency to upgrade the R-Wing, Landmaster, Blue Marine, and Great Fox. Star Fox 64 did this in a way with having 100 kills equal an extra life. In a new game, after every level, the player could be given a simple shop option in the menu to customize their playthrough to have a higher bomb capacity, shorter move cooldown, extra lives, tier 2 health from the start, or any number of small tweaks. This additional freedom could really diversify playthroughs even more and make more unique experiences for the players. Number 3, diversify the ammo. Another way to diversify the gameplay a little bit would be the inclusion of different laser and bomb types. For example, a spread shot, or a beam that attacks forward in a protruding cylinder rather than hitting a single enemy in a line. They can be ammo-based and be picked up the same as health drops, or they could be based on how many kills you get, i.e. 50 kills get you the option to use the spread shot for just a little bit. None of these new additions would necessarily be integral to the player finishing the game, but they may be key to a couple hidden paths. I think brief explanations of these powers by Peppy would be all the player needs.
Use the D-pad to switch your laser type when you've shot down enough bogeys.
Or,
use the X button to switch bomb types.
This would let the new player know that there are options in clear English, but wouldn't bug you on repeat plays. Number 4, make the team matter. The allies are the last major component in Star Fox games, and in Star Fox 64 they played a role, if a small one. Falco sometimes helped you shoot down enemies and showed you a hidden path or two. Peppy gave tutorials, and Slippy provided you with the boss health meter. For Star Fox 64, this was enough, but I think adding more to what the allies can do for you can help you prioritize saving them, as well as feeling like the squad of expert mercenaries that you're supposed to be. In Star Fox 64, when an ally died, it was more of a whoops. Saving your allies or not could, like in Star Fox 64, lead to alternate paths, but keeping all 3 alive could also boost your end-of-level currency based on how many times you've saved them. Another mechanic that would add depth but still keep the game fresh would be the ability to plan out paths and behaviors of your allies. Maybe you want your team to hang back and stay together. Maybe you want Falco ahead to draw some fire while you work together on an enemy. Maybe you want your team to save up bombs for the boss, or maybe you want your team out of your way entirely. I think that on an asynchronous screen system like the Wii U or the 3DS, you could easily switch your allies' behaviors on the fly with the touchscreen at bare minimum between like a defensive, offensive, or support, kinda like Tales of Symphonia. Maybe then the player will actually care if Slippy got down because it's at least partially their doing. Number 5, art style. As far as the visual style goes, it should suit the gameplay and not get in the way and make itself known too much. The visual style of the 3DS Star Fox 64 remake was pretty good. Don't try to make it gritty or serious like previous entries in the series, just look at Wind Waker. That game did a complete visual tone 180-degree turn from the N64 Zelda games, and was more memorable as a result. Even if you think that the art style was too different, it was still clearly a Zelda game. Star Fox could be the same way. Yeah, I think the visuals could be like the 3DS version, but hey, maybe a more cartoony art style would fit the game better. Who knows? They could always be really creepy puppets like this. The art style should be complementary to the gameplay and never take priority. I'll play a faithful Star Fox 64 sequel. I don't really care what it looks like. Just take me to some awesome planets, let me shoot stuff, do barrel rolls, and make my ghost dad proud of me. That's all I want. That's all that a lot of people want. I think some of the additions I mentioned could spice up gameplay without making a wildly different game than its predecessor. We need a new Star Fox 64 game. It's happened before. It can happen again. Nintendo hasn't even scratched the surface on what great things can be done with this franchise. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more crap like it, I kind of have a Metroid one in the works. If you want me to do it, let me know in the comments. In the meantime, here are videos of AP and I doing other stuff. Here's AP talk about Bloodborne. And over here is a corruption of some sort that I did. Oh, it's the Mario one. Look at that. Look at that, Mario. You have a great day.